Have you ever noticed how some brands seem much bigger than they actually are? They're all over your socials. All of your favorite influencers are raving about them, and they seem to be on every editor's list. And it feels like they are everywhere. But here's the thing. These brands don't always have the biggest budgets, and they don't necessarily have the largest teams. Yet somehow they seem to be impossible to ignore. So what's really going on? Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Lesley, seasoned consumer marketer and founder of Brand Botany, a fractional CMO consultancy. Over the years, I've noticed that growth stage consumer products brands fall into one of two camps. The first group follows what I call the D2C growth playbook. They're posting on social media. They're sending products to influencers. They're investing in meta ads and Google search. They have advanced email funnels and automation. They're doing all the things. And in many cases, these tactics and channels have helped these brands to get to where they are today, which is often a respectable, solid business. The challenge is that for brands looking to accelerate growth, attract new customers, strengthen brand equity, or build a more enduring business, the playbook often isn't enough. But then there's a second group, the brands that seem to command outsized attention, the brands everyone seems to be talking about, the brands that feel bigger than they actually are. For these brands, day-to-day marketing is just the foundation. These brands have learned how and when to amplify the initiatives that matter most. In short, they've learned how to create big moments. So what exactly is a moment? When I use the term, I'm referring to a marquee activation that receives a disproportionate level of support relative to the rest of the marketing plan. In some organizations, these may be referred to as tentpole campaigns, priority initiatives, or big bets. The terminology isn't important. The principle is. A moment is an initiative that becomes important enough to warrant meaningful support across the organization. In my experience, the strongest moments tend to have three things in common. First, they support a meaningful business objective. The objective might be attracting new customers, increasing trial, building awareness, driving retail velocity, strengthening brand equity. The point is that a moment is not marketing theater. It's connected to a meaningful business objective. Second, moments have an umbrella idea. The umbrella idea is what transforms an initiative into a campaign. It's the campaign theme, activation concept, partnership premise, or cultural hook that gives people a reason to pay attention. Third, big moments receive amplified support, or as some of us in marketing say, heavy up, surround sound, or 360-degree support. This is where brands intentionally concentrate resources behind an initiative. Instead of relying simply on the tactics and channels that run throughout the year, they selectively increase investment around the initiatives that matter most. For advertising, for instance, it may mean expanding beyond channels like Meta and TikTok and incorporating connected TV, out of home, audio, or publisher partnership. You might also tap into your highest performing creators and influencers to help amplify the initiative and extend its reach. Public relations can help generate additional awareness and media coverage. Experiential programs such as festivals, events, street teams, or product sampling may also play a role. And for brands sold at retail, it may also involve retail media networks, displays, point of sale materials, sampling programs, or other forms of in-store activation. The specific tactics and touch points will vary, but the principle remains the same. Your priority initiative receives a level of support and dedicated resources that goes beyond business as usual. So now that we've cleared up what a moment is, let's look at what it actually looks like in practice. Moments can take many forms. For some brands, a moment may be a major product launch. For others, it could be a strategic partnership with another brand, a seasonal or holiday campaign, a sponsorship, or a focused activation tied to a larger cultural event like March Madness or Coachella. One of my favorite examples from the beauty industry is the 2024 e.l.f. and Liquid Death collaboration. On the surface, it made very little sense. One brand sells cosmetics, the other sells canned water, which is exactly why it worked. Both brands are known for challenging category convention, and together they created something consumers didn't expect to see. The limited edition makeup collection sold out in just 45 minutes, and the campaign generated more than 6 billion earned media impressions. The collaboration demonstrates how an unexpected concept can immediately capture attention in a crowded marketplace. Sometimes the most powerful moments are built around doing something that people didn't see coming. Starbucks provides another great example. Every year, the return of the pumpkin spice latte receives a level of attention that most brands would love to achieve. Starbucks has transformed a seasonal beverage into an anticipated annual event. For many consumers, the return of the pumpkin spice latte has become synonymous with the beginning of fall. That's the power of consistency. A moment doesn't always need to be new. Sometimes the most effective moments are the ones consumers look forward to year after year. And then there's the iconic McDonald's monopoly. Full disclosure, I worked in marketing for a McDonald's ad agency very early in my career, and I believe the McDonald's is one of the best brands to study when it comes to creating marketing moments. Chances are you've played McDonald's Monopoly at some point. What's remarkable is that the promotion has existed for decades, and McDonald's continues to invest in it because it works. It drives traffic, it drives sales, and it reinforces the brand. Over time, McDonald's Monopoly has become more than a promotion. It's become an ownable part of the McDonald's experience and something consumers immediately associate with the brand. That's the power of a well-executed moment. At this point, you may be thinking, that sounds great, but where do I start? Here's a simple process that I use when planning larger activations and marketing moments. Step 1 is look at the year ahead. What are the most important objectives you hope to accomplish over the next 12 months? Maybe you're launching a new product, trying to reach a new audience, looking to accelerate sales, or aiming to strengthen your brand's relevance. If moments are new to your organization, don't feel like you need to have 6 of them. Start with just 1 or maybe 2. Once you've identified those opportunities, determine which deserve a greater level of focus and support. Step 2. Define the big idea. What is the opportunity? What's the data or insight behind it? What's the message? How do you want consumers to experience it? If you have a team, definitely bring them into the conversation. If you have a creative agency, creative director, or marketing partners, involve them early. Some of the best ideas come from collaboration. Step 3, formalize the plan. Create a brief that clearly outlines the objectives, goals, key messages, timeline, success metrics, and any important considerations. The goal is to create alignment. Everyone involved should understand what you're trying to accomplish and what role they play in making it successful. Ideally, you'll brief all key partners together so that everyone begins with the same understanding of the opportunity. And don't be afraid to ask for feedback. Your agencies, contractors, and internal team members bring different expertise to the table. Give them an opportunity to make the idea stronger. Step 4, define success. Before you launch, determine how you'll measure performance. What does success actually look like? What are the key metrics or KPIs you'll monitor throughout the activation? The answers will vary based on your objective, but it's important to define success before the activation begins, not after. Step 5, execute, launch, and optimize. Once planning is in motion, establish a regular cadence of communication. For larger activations, a weekly or bi-weekly check-in can be extremely valuable. It helps keep everyone aligned, it surfaces issues early, and it ensures that key decisions don't fall through the cracks. When it's time to launch, monitor performance closely. Review feedback. Look for opportunities to optimize along the way. And this is the part that a lot of brands miss. When the activation is complete, take time to evaluate the results. What worked? What didn't? And what would you do differently next time? These learnings will help you build stronger moments in the future. That's the process. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to give your most important opportunities the focus and support that they deserve. The D2C Growth Playbook will only take your brand so far. If you're looking to accelerate growth, attract new customers, strengthen brand equity, or build a more enduring business, you need to think beyond day-to-day marketing activity. Start identifying the opportunities that matter most to your brand. Give them the focus and investment they deserve, and create experiences that consumers actually notice. The good news is that you don't need a Super Bowl budget to do it. And in many cases, choosing fewer things to go big on can create a greater impact than trying to support everything equally. Thanks for watching, and if you found value in this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.